Hey guys, this will be an educational video about how I use inks in my painting process. But I will also talk about some serious issues, so see you after this. As promised, in this video I will be showing you all the ways that I use ink. But I painted a wonderful little fabulous marine for this video. And I did this because Zombies asked me to. This is for a good cause, and I know over there they're supporting the Charitable project. I have a little other idea. It is also Men's Health Month, and I have a good friend that is working for the Red Cross. So everything that this little fellow earns through my Patreon and through donations, I will double up and give to the Red Cross. Why the Red Cross? Well, they don't care if you're a man or a woman or anything in between. If you're gay, straight, whatever sexuality you have, they don't care. They are there for you to help you in whatever condition you are. And she told me a story about how she was on the Christopher Street Day here, actually yesterday, helping people demonstrating and partying and whatnot, and all the people that had issues and bad times she was able to help. The Red Cross is always there when something goes down, so everything I earn from this I will double up and give to the Red Cross in honor of men and their health, in honor of the LGBTQ community, and in honor of my friend that is working in her free time to help other people. Removing skulls and adding hearts sounds pretty easy, but I am not that skilled of a sculptor, and let's say it didn't go as planned. I f***ing hate sculpting. The end result was like everything I do, not smooth. I start off 99% of my paint jobs with a zenithal highlight, for one simple reason: I can see stuff better. Also, if you use inks or speed paints or contrast paints or whatever, this will show through. This is highlights and shadows for free. Yes, I will be using an airbrush for some of the techniques that I'm showing you here. But I assure you, you can achieve everything just with a brush. It will work fine. And the first thing that inks are great for is just putting over a base coat over your zenithal. It looks great, you got all your shadows and highlights preserved, and you can color mix, which turns into pretty neat color combinations and variations. My main uses are simple. It's just a filter, a thinner to give me more pop, or for OSL. All these three effects are achieved super easily with inks, but there are much more techniques you can use them for. One of them is thinning down your paint with an ink of the same color, which results in a much deeper color that will work greatly for recessed shading or shadows. And you could even use white ink to gradually build up the value of your color and paint in highlights. Remember, this is an educational piece too, so I'm repainting some stuff just to show you some techniques. In this case, I'm painting over really bright highlights over the armor for just one simple reason. You just take your mid-tone ink and glaze it down again. And there you have it, like perfectly shaded armor. It's really easy. But painting guns, backpacks and whatnot that looks like blackened metal is so fun to do. You just base coat it in a dark gray, and then you use a wash of black ink directly over it. It flows into the recesses and it gives it a really nice shine. Perfect look for a weapon or a backpack. Of course, inks are the perfect tool for glazing because they are so translucent. You can glaze in deeper shadows, you can slightly increase your highlights, add white ink to your base tone and just lighten up that highlights. It goes on so smooth. I myself use a technique where I glaze on some inks and then blend them with a big dry brush. This makes the process a bit slower but much more precise. And because of the translucency, you can just paint over another color over that white to tone it back down, like I'm doing here with orange over white. Inks are great for painting in reflections. I'm using just a little red underneath the heart on the blue armor. So I just have a little tint of red on the blue armor to mimic the reflection of the heart on this armor. By the way, you can get kind of the same effect of mixing in ink with painting over ink. I'm just showing it here on the red. I mean, look at that color. It basically pops out of the mini. If you just have money for one thing, washes or inks, go for the inks. Water them down a bit or use a glaze medium or flow improver. And look at this. This is a great wash. And if you don't want to buy a million different metallic paints, just a nice silver should be it. I love the Vallejo Air silver, it's amazing. But you can tint this down or glaze this over with inks and you get a totally different metallic color. I am getting a nice gold out of this ink, which is just yellow ink over metallics. And you can just repeat the process if you want it to be a darker shade of gold. Or maybe add some brown. A bit more old school green gold? No problem. Just mixing in some green ink, that's it. With the right tones of inks you can make bronze, copper, gunmetal, steel, gold, all of them. Even more fantastical colors like purples, greens and blues in the steel, that's not a problem. Inks are perfect for setting up some muzzle burn, by the way. You will get a real good muzzle burn effect using inks. And if you just want to support the Trevor project and the LGBTQ+ part, please feel free to go over to Zambi's Twitch and look for these little guys. You will find a link where you can support her supporting the cause, and all will go to the Trevor project. Painting OSL or object source lighting is hard. Try this on a display piece and you will see how much work that is. But on a small miniature that you will put on the table, just for a nice effect, try using inks. Paint the light source, like the lamp, white and then go over with the airbrush or with the brush with a nice yellow. Maybe thin it down. And okay, for the next one I went totally overboard and started with an orange and then went to a lighter orange and then even went to a yellow to light up that power sword and basically put all the mini into a bright light from the front and then sprayed some black from the back to mimic some more shadows. But that is totally overkill. What I don't like about inks, they are always glossy. So I often use matte varnish after I painted with inks, and yes, you can put them on with a brush as well. Of course, this is just a hobby, but it wouldn't be possible in this way if not for these nice people here. A massive thank you to my patrons, everyone on Twitch that's watching my stream and subbing there, cheering bits and stuff. Everyone watching my stupid TikTok videos where I just do stuff for fun. It's amazing that I can chat to you guys on Discord on a daily basis, that you even cheer me up if I have a bad day, that you give feedback to each other. So if you want, please join this amazing Discord community. It's the link in the description for you. And the best part is you celebrating my small wins and my big wins in this hobby with me. It's so nice that you're there. So please keep up. I love you guys. I had so much fun painting this little dude, but he's not going up on eBay. Instead, I want to make you an offer. Name a solid price and pay for the shipping and I will get this to you. I will add proper German sweets and some nice stickers and maybe a small surprise for you, and you can get this little dude just for a solid offer. What's going to happen with that money? Of course, this too will be going to my friends over at the Red Cross. I hope you had a lot of fun watching this video, and I could encourage you to first of all use some inks and second of all support the good cause that I'm supporting. If you could hit all those pesky buttons down below, you know, like, subscribe, comment. It will be greatly appreciated. And I hope I see you next time here on The Bear and the Brush. Bye guys.